this might be the craziest week of upsets. Someone's going to have to get me in the comments and tell me in college football, has there been this many upsets back to back to back? Arkansas takes down Tennessee, number 4, one of the top-ranked offense, one of the top-ranked defense, top-ranked defensive lines. Michigan falls to Washington after having quarterback troubles. That's their 3rd quarterback that they've cycled in. They still can't get the job done. The team that beat USC, team that Michigan beat, which is USC, falls to dang Gophers. Ladies and gentlemen, as I record this video in the 2nd quarter, the Cal Golden Bears are up a touchdown against Miami. I told y'all 2-3 weeks ago, this is looking very 2007-esque when it comes to the rankings. And as a Texas fan who's probably going to be ranked at number 1 coming into tomorrow, I can almost guarantee you some nuttiness is going to happen with us. I don't know how we've survived against Mississippi State. This is looking like a full jumblation when we get to the final rankings. This is probably the perfect season to have the playoffs because Alabama is about to slide in rankings. Oh, yeah, forgot about that. Alabama just lost to Vandy. Mizzou gets blown out by Texas. I'm just trying to process all this. How are you guys doing today? Tonight, this is not going to be my last video, but this is going to be a quick video. I'm going to make a Miami Cal video. Bro, my head is spinning right now. It's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. If you are an Alabama fan, I should think you should feel a lot better about yourself. And if you're an if you're a Tennessee fan, this was the only week to lose. Like and if you're a Georgia fan, you're feeling kind of crappy, but also like your loss don't really mean much because you lost to Alabama. Alabama lost to Vandy. Other than the transitive property of embarrassment in the college football world, other than that, technically your win's better, so it's all good. I mean, your loss is better if you want to count losses. Let's get into this Tennessee Arkansas game. Like I said, let's look at the stats because y'all don't think y'all believe me. Points a game, number 2. Number 5 in yards a game, number 7 in points of play. I mean, one of the best offenses statistically they had been for a while. Now, when we saw them get tested by Oklahoma, and let's be honest here, because I'm going to have to eat crow because I was someone to say, and not to say that Nico's not great, but I was someone to praise and say Nico is the guy. I thought he was just about to storm through every single defense he saw. I thought he was just about to pick muckers apart. I thought he was just about to laser people up all day, and it's just not the case. And that, I think, has a combination having to do with a little bit of offensive line, a swing here and there, some issues. Bad offensive line play from both sides. I mean, my man Taylor Green had to come out the game at the end of the game because he got smacked hard. He was rolling out and he didn't even look himself. But going back to Nico, I don't know. It seemed like he was clutching a lot. It seemed like he was trying to get through a lot of things, but he also seemed like he was under duress in some of the things and some of the plays I got to see. I didn't get to see the full game. Again, there's like 15 games going on. I'm recording videos, but from what I saw, he was under duress. Tennessee fans, please come in the comments and let me know if I'm wrong, right, or otherwise. But all in all, I think the tale tells you. I mean, 50% day, 17 for 29, a little bit over 60%-ish, no touchdowns. The explosiveness that I associated with this entire offense needs to be solely associated with the run game. I think that's what we're seeing, and I think that the run game's power was giving so many open lanes to Nico being able to spread it around in the way that he can and the way that he was. So I don't want to put this all on Nico. It's his first year starting. You're going through some rough games. This is not a little boy defense. Let's look at Arkansas's defensive stats. Number 66. They're mid defense statistically, but regardless, this maybe I should shut up. But in all seriousness, like, what I really mean to say is that this tag of the explosiveness, like Mizzou has been exposed to be a complete fraud. Tennessee has been exposed for their explosive offense to just be a really good run game, because obviously you see Dylan Sampson, he showed up for the party. Can y'all even see that? No, it's kind of cut off. It's kind of cut off a little bit, but only on this side. Oh, wait. Let me get it all in living color. Boom. Oh, that's perfect. Right there. Right there is perfect. Shout out to those things. But yeah, Dylan Sampson with a cool 138, 22 touches, 2 touchdowns, a long of 53, getting it done the way he needs to get it done. I would like to see more from Deshaun Bishop. XYZ. Again, I didn't watch the game. I watched that final drive. So let's talk about these last drive. You let Arkansas score. And then now everybody's looking up with their thumb in their butt. You had that crazy. First off, let me give Nico credit because you let them score. My man, what's it called? Bobby Hill, trusts Nico to go down there and score. He gets almost pancaked on the backside. He hits one of spins up out of there. Hits just a laser down the field. Just a laser down the field. Phenomenal catch. Amazing. Now we're in the red zone, and then we do nothing with the ball. And then the craziest play, like I don't think people realize how crazy it was because it was confusing. But when I saw it, I was like, oh wow, that. Like the implications of that is so much on a 2nd and 10. You have the bad snap that pops out of Nico's hand, and then Dylan Sampson's like, I have the ball in my hand. I guess I gotta run. So he just takes off and runs like a smart football player. I gotta be honest with you. And then you go into 3rd and 5. And now you've run the clock. You don't even get to stop the clock. You don't even that was. Oh man, that was the perfect storm if you're an Arkansas guy, if you're an Arkansas fan. The only reason why I'm talking about this game, again, I watched the last end of it. I popped it back on, and really it's more about a narrative. And more talking about how narratives are being shown. I need to go back, watch the full film. Maybe I need to see some things that I didn't see with Tennessee. Maybe, hey, Nico was being great and his reads were elite and there's a lot of more drops that I didn't get to see it. I'm stat watching right now and watching that last drive that I got to see in which, Malachi Singleton leads the drive. They get into the end zone, and then that defense just bends and bends and bends. And then at the end there, Nico just can't find anything. The field starts shrinking up, and I really feel like Bobby was running out of red zone plays. Let me see. Does he traditionally? No, he doesn't traditionally struggle in the red zone. He's number 33. So, this is 3rd down. Sorry. Never mind. There you go. So he does. He's not the most elite in red zone scorers, at least from what the numbers are talking about. Okay. And I don't like to see the lack of touchdowns from my guy Nico. But I don't think this is he's a fraud. I don't think Dylan Sampson's a fraud. I don't think this Tennessee team's a fraud. I think this Arkansas team is a little more of a wagon, a little more complete than I think people are going to give credit for. You get stunned and sparked out, but Tennessee's going to have to respond in a way. If they're not the number 4 team in the nation, they're not the team that we thought they were. And I think we're seeing a lot of other teams, and unlike Alabama, which I think clearly Alabama's a top 10 team. I don't know if Tennessee can be up the ranks of the top 10s. We will see. The way that people were talking about that offense coming in the beginning of the season, and now with 2 trips into with 2 trips of SEC play, I don't know. It's either that or nothing means anything right now. And Vandy just beat Alabama just because. The same reason why they took it close with Mizzou. You got Washington going over Michigan again. This was an upset. To me, this isn't an upset. Washington isn't a terrible team, and Michigan is a pretty mid-tier team. Like, I got to be honest, even as a Texas fan, I know that was a good win, but I mean, we didn't really struggle with them. So it is what it is there. And then, of course, you got Minnesota taking down USC. I like USC. I really did like USC. And, in fact, I wanted USC to be ranked higher than Michigan in last week's AP poll. Obviously, it don't make sense because Michigan beat USC. I know, but I think USC was more of a complete team. I think their defense, weird way, I think their defense is a little more explosive. I know it doesn't make sense with Michigan having a great, amazing, stout, stingy defense. I'm not saying that, but I just feel like they had a lot more flashiness on their defense. I know it's crazy to say. Clearly, I was wrong because you let the Gophers come in a 3-2 team and turn you into a 3-2 team. Pause. And they handle business. It's just a lot going on right now. It's a lot to process. I just wanted to make this quicker video talk a little bit about this. Again, I didn't watch this video and I didn't get to watch this game in full. I'm actively watching the Miami Cal game so I can give y'all a more accurate a rundown of that. So be on the lookout for that video. Leave a comment and tell me how you're feeling about this situation. It is just a whole bunch of whole lot of what they call them things? Upsets. Whole lot of upsets, man. Also, while I got your time here, I'm gonna hold you hostage. How you feel about the content, man? Certain type of content you looking for? You want me to talk about maybe some uniforms, maybe some college football history, maybe some deep dives into specific players, maybe some high school journeys. I got a lot of ideas up here in this noggin, but if you got an idea, maybe I had that idea and we can land on the same idea and you and me can power an idea together. Anyway, you be absolutely phenomenal. Look out for the Miami game, Miami recap. I might go live. I don't know. It's a lot, man. College football is phenomenal, man. It is phenomenal. It's better than NFL, by the way. That's gonna have to be a video. That's gonna be a video, because this is absolutely remarkable. Be phenomenal. We'll see you next time.